Dean, what do you think of the TikTok ban, and do you think TikTok is going away?
Okay, firstly, I don't have an idea. I don't know if it's going away, but really, what's going on? What I can talk about is understand what's going on. So they just passed just now in the House. So everyone should know. Everyone pretty much knows the process, right? You guys have to pass the House, pass the bill, has to pass get sent to the Senate. Senate has to pass it, and it'll go on,
to the president,
to Biden's desk to sign, which he already said he would sign. Which is kind of interesting on that note because he goes, yeah, if he comes to my desk, I'll sign it, but if not, I'm still going to use it. That's kind of weird. But
use TikTok?
that's what he said. He's using it to promote his campaign. He goes, if the ban hits my desk, approved by the Senate and the House, that's the only way it's hit his desk. He'll sign it, then it becomes into law, and then we'll see what happens. But I think, I have a two-part answer, like what's going on, but let's talk about like the specifics right now, right? It's not going to be gone tomorrow, and besides, I haven't read the bill. I don't know that the bill's out there you can read. I haven't read it yet, but it doesn't mean just boom, it's a ban. It's requesting TikTok be divested from ByteDance. It separates the ownership, right?
They just don't want Chinese ownership.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen like that. Even if it does pass, there's going to be a process where there is a date where it gets banned because you have to give them time to divest, right? And I don't have the data in front of me. I don't, other than just listening to commentaries and opinions about it. But there's a lot of American investors, whether it be private equity, institutions, whatever, that are invested in TikTok. So there's that dynamic. But as far as is it right to ban it, whatnot? Okay, so here's my opinion on that. Okay, to me, these are the facts. Okay. Whether it gives you an answer or not, I don't know. But number one, to me, what's important? There's no question the Chinese government, China in itself, Xi Jinping and his cronies, right? They don't play fair. They've never played fair. They never will play fair. And they're out to topple us as a superpower. Them and Russia are like buddies, and Iran, whatever. Because it's like, there's two groups in this world. There's the Western democracies, whatever, and them. Right? And they don't like us, and China doesn't play fair. There's no question. They never have, and they never will. So that's one, blacklist against China, right? As far as the risks, my personal opinion, I don't really, they have all our data. They can go into our data. But to me, is the risk people's personal information? No. I think the risk really is, with TikTok being under the purview or control of the CCP, is that they can control narratives. I think that's a valid risk. I think that when there's like public opinion about something, they can guide it a certain way. And TikTok, 170, half the country are active users. So there's definitely a risk to the country. There's no question. With the Communist Party driving the ship on what's the topic of the day, what's the topic of discussions, right? There's no question about that. This is what Russia tried to do in our past elections and is probably doing it right now. They're trying to control narratives. Right? So that's a risk, because if you look at what social media is nowadays, it's not factual. It just, everyone gets plastered with something and they think one thing. Yeah. And there it goes. It runs like,
wildfire.
Exactly.
It spreads like wildfire.
Yeah. What if they're trying to spread, and what are these countries famous for doing to us? Discord. They're not gonna, steal your information. They're trying to make us fight with each other.
Chaos.
And guess guess where we're at today? How's this country today?
So divided.
Freaking fighting, so divided. It's just gonna so that's a risk, right? And the other risk, the other thing that I look at is, you do this, you're basically trying to say like, hey, this country, free country, can pick winners and losers by laws. The government can pick winners and losers, right? So what can China do against us, right? How much American companies are doing business in China? What if they did that? You think they're just going to sit there and like, oh yeah, sorry, okay. No. What if they ban Tesla? They ban Apple. They ban Facebook from China. These are American companies that have American employees that may be affected because China's a ginormous market. We're in this global economy. Nowadays it's like Eddie Ardeni always says, like, you can't decouple it. So you do one thing on one side to them, they're gonna get you back because we're connected. So that's that risk. So, to me, it's like, I think there are definitely good reasons to have it divest, but realistically, is that going to ever happen? I don't think so. Is China going to divest is TikTok going to get divested away from ByteDance? I don't think that's a reality that come to fruition from this law. That's not going to happen, right? Even if it does, right? China, you think the divestiture, you think separating TikTok from ByteDance is going to change the Chinese government's influence? God, no, come on. There's no way. They're still going to have their hands in it. So what does this achieve? I don't know. Is it, I think the idea is good. The risks are there, but there's many smarter people to come up with a solution. I don't necessarily think this is the solution. I don't think the end result of this is going to get us to eliminate those risks that I just mentioned. I don't think so. And some other people who are 10 times smarter than me probably can explain that better, can have a better answer than I do.
Got it.
So.